So hugging the knees into your chest in asana, aka wind relieving pose. What kind of winds? And you're at home, so feel free to release any and all wind that might bubble up. Relax the shoulders down. You can widen the knees a little bit. And just sort of getting into the hip flexors, taking your hands onto the knees. Taking a few easy rotations, just the minimal effort required. I like to start morning practice kind of nice and easy. You can reach your hands and feet up towards the ceiling and take a few rotations. Get some of those clicky sounds out of the way. And also engaging the core a little bit. Reverse the movement. You can point and flex the feet and really spread the toes, especially if you've been wearing socks and or shoes. And let's shake everything out a little bit. And shake everything out a little bit. Good. And then just nice and easy. Coming into just a very gentle, happy baby pose. Drop the tailbone, relax the shoulders. Just a little bit of movement. Just feeling through the body, saying good morning. And then a little bit of windshield wipers, separating the feet wider than hips distance apart. And I naturally took my arms up overhead, so if your shoulders agree with that, go ahead and indulge that, or otherwise hands can be on the floor if you need a little more grounding for now. Feels good to just stretch a little bit. And then allowing the knees to fall to one side. We're going to come into a fetal position. We're just curling up on the mat. Allow the head to be resting on your outstretched arm. And really curl up. Just take a moment. You could even hug your knees in and just sort of really honor that primal shape. See what feels good for you. Relax the mouth, relax the head. Just a couple of breaths. Good morning to the latecomers. Welcome. So we're in a fetal position, and then we're gonna just very lazily use our hands to make our way up and right into child's pose. I like separating my knees here so the belly can soften and release down. So once again, staying with this theme for a moment of being curled up. You can take your arms behind the back and rest the forehead down. Don't worry about any distance between seat and heels. As a matter of fact, you can let this seat rise up a bit so the head can release down. And then you let the shoulders release down. If this is uncomfortable for your neck, make a pillow with the hands. Couple of breaths in the pose. And see if you can breathe some space into the back body. And exhale, soften through the throat and neck. And maybe on your next exhale, you whisper, emptying out, allowing the brain to empty out, the eyes quiet down just for a moment before we move into our more active practice. Soften the jaw. And then go ahead and interlace your hands behind the head, or rather not behind the head, behind the back. Okay, so we'll interlace our hands and we'll reach the shoulders up away from the floor and the pinkies towards the front of your space. And then slowly coming up to a kneeling position, taking the fingers behind you, drawing the tailbone forward. I'm just going to move forward so I'm visible. Helps. Shoulders up and back, ribs down and in. A little bit of movement side to side with the head. Easing into a side bend here from a kneeling position. Left hand down, or right arm up and over, drop the tailbone. And you can play with your gaze here. How does it feel to look up? How does it feel to look towards the lower hand? What feels best? Stay there for another breath. And then bending the elbows slowly, head is heavy, come up. Switching sides. Nice and easy movements. Easing into our practice on this rainy day in Athens. And once again, play with your gaze. Spin the chest open. You can keep the elbows soft if that feels good. And once again, into child's pose. This time, extend the arms forward. Come onto your fingertip. And think about lengthening crown of head away from tailbone and vice versa. Lift the armpits, hollow them out. Flutter the lips, let the head go. Ooh. Arriving on the mat today, walk the hands back. Tuck the toes under and ease your way up to stand. Any way that feels right. And then go ahead and adjust anything that needs adjusting. Come to stand. I'm going to start with a little bit of tapping. I'm taking a few little sequences from my immunity boosting workshop. Just a few little things that can help with blood flow, lymph flow, creating a little bit of heat, really good for the body. So let's do a little tapping. So you can use soft fists or your palms. I'm going to make sure everyone is muted here. I'm pretty sure you are. So just go up and down the arm a few times. Breathe freely. Yeah, I can definitely hear y'all. So there we go. Y'all. Just up and down. And especially sort of into the armpit area. Or you can use your fingertips. Whew, got a lot of lymph node concentration here. And then moving across the chest, a little like Tarzan. Make sound if that feels good and you don't care about the neighbors. So big breath in and then and then maybe we take an ooh. Ooh. And then maybe we take a and then whatever you like. Okay, moving across to the other arm. Again, you can take an open palm. Make sure you get in there, get everything. We're already getting a little hot. Whew. Sorry if you feel cold, seeing me kind of strip away everything. Up and down a few times. And get into the upper back a little bit. And the neck. Like so. And up and down the waist. And you can do the belly, like you just had a big meal. The chest. And down. And now notice I naturally went to the circular movement. The belly, that's the kind of the direction that our digestion moves in. Yeah, and then we can do the buttocks, and then we're going to go down the leg on either side and down. Exhaling as I go down, sticking my bum out. Nice long spine here. And then the front part. Up and down a few times. Lift the feet. Foot. And then pause. Notice each side. And then we'll take the second side. So up and down through the inseam and outer seam a couple of times. And again, you can take little fists or open palms. Get the feet push front to back a few times. Woo. And then stay down, unless you have a lower back thing, in which case you stay long. And if you're down, see if you can get a little longer. Shift the weight forward of the heels and relax the head. And for today, take a hold of opposite elbows or forearms, if that's a little too much on the shoulders. Shifting the weight forward a little bit, but not so you feel like you're gonna tip forward. Maybe an exhale through the mouth. And bend the knees a lot, drop the tailbone, and come up to stand, pressing through the feet. Good. Tailbone heavy, you can soften the knees a bit, move the arms back. Once again, if the shoulders aren't quite ready today, take the wrists or the forearms. Take a breath in, move the arms back, hug the ribs in. And then exhale, drop tailbone, take it to a gentle side bend. Big breath into the side ribs. Exhale to the other side. And again, drop the tailbone, press through both feet. Inhale up. And exhale, gently release, take a few rotations with the wrists. Good. And then heels sitting bone distance apart. Soften the knees a bit. Good. And then we'll take a little movement with the head to the right. Inhale, center. And to the left. My arms are just relaxing here. Everything kind of soft and maybe even a little lazy. Yeah, and then naturally the head wants to do the side bend. So we'll honor that. Whew. Maybe exhale through the mouth. Good. And then working that invisible infinity symbol with the nose. So drop the head to one side and then look up. Drop the head to the other side and look up. And I like to see if I can get a little more range of movement for my second and third repetitions. Ooh. Dropping ear, gazing over the shoulder, and the other side. Beautiful. And then once again, keeping the knees soft and stacked underneath the sits bones and hips. You can take a little bit of side to side movement, swinging the arms nonchalantly. And once again, getting a little bit of movement in through those lymph nodes. We have lymph nodes in lots of different places, but concentrations in our hips, in our ankles, up here. Right, so I'm just taking a moment, a little bit active through the core and then really soft through the rest of the body. We'll keep kissing forward for this one if it feels good. Just a couple of breaths and then you can add the legs. It's like a golf swing. I've never played golf, but I kind of think it's like this. So, and if you like, you can do a little dancey. If you like the sound effects, and go for that. Beautiful. Fingertips to the shoulders, elbows together. Maybe the feet come together here. Inhale, raise the shoulders up, hug the ribs down, and a big circle here. And we'll do that again. Elbows up, gazing up, inhale, exhale. And then the upper spine naturally wants to participate. So we can go ahead and add a little cat and cow action here. Just getting into some of these areas that are a little bit overworked perhaps now. And one more. Whew. Great, and we'll do one more here from standing. So turn your chin to the right and then let everything fall to the right, like just bloop. Pull the navel back slightly and then we'll go down along the inseam of the right leg. Relax the toes. When you come down, take a big breath in. Exhale, press through the feet, come up again as you came down. Head heavy, arms heavy. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Turn the upper body. Press through the left heel and drop down. Ooh. Noticing if there's any spots that need an extra moment, give them that. And then exhale, pressing through feet, navel engaged, head heavy, arms relaxed. Breathing in through center. Exhale, turning to the other side. You can soften the knees and drop the head. Let the weight of the head put the spine in light traction. Say, ipia. Pressing through the feet, coming up. Ooh. And then exhale one more time. Bending the knees as much as you like. Release the head, maybe an extra breath down there. And press through the feet and come on up. And then take a breath in, squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears. Hold the breath in and exhale. And we'll do that one more time. Take a breath in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hi, Yasu. And exhale. Coming onto all fours. Got a little cat pose. Yes, thanks for the reminder. And then tucking the toes. Make space. Inner thighs move back. Press through the hands. Activate the core. And then inhale. Move the seat back a little bit. Exhale. Coming up and press through the hands. And then if the lower back is happy, we're going to round on the next one. Otherwise, you stay with a nice long spine. So exhaling, drop the head, curl tailbone. And then inhaling, get long. Maybe even come onto the fingertips for a moment. Exhaling, plant the palms and come forward. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. 2 more on your own breath. Enjoying just a simple movement. Maybe an exhale through the mouth on your next one. A little bit of side to side movement, warming up the hips and the wrists. And then maybe wag your tail and look over one shoulder. Try to see the back heel or hip. Inhale, center, exhale, to the other side. Do that again, inhale, exhale. And one more. Good. And then we'll come into toe breaker, familiar to most of you. And if not, it's great. I think someone wants to join. So sitting back for a moment. Okay. Good. Sitting back for a moment. Interlace the fingers. Take a breath in. Exhale. You like to take a few rotations here. A little bit of crunching will be there. Good. And then coming onto all fours one more time. We'll come to a half plank, hips forward, heart forward. Inhale. You can stay here or press your heels back. Coming into a plank pose. Now notice, how does it feel when your bum sticks up? How does it feel when your hips drop? And can you find something right in the middle? And here we do want a protraction through the shoulder blades, so the shoulder blades move apart. Take one more breath. And then exhale, knees down, tops of feet down. Sit back one more time. Make a few rotations with the wrists and the hands. Beautiful. And then once again, take your hands back, roll the shoulders back, maybe a little slight tilt of the pelvis forward, just like a little baby camel here. Big breath in. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Lion's breath. Palms can come down, if that's okay. Inhale. Good. And then once again, coming forward. Half plank or plank. Extra breath here. And then exhaling, lower all the way down. We're going to come into a prone tree pose. So brumita vedro. Making a pillow with your hands, rest your forehead. And then just bend, let's say the right knee. And the foot will be nowhere near the opposite leg. Just a little easy hip opening here. And here you're going to relax the belly. And breathe a little bit of space through the right side waist as you inhale. And then as you exhale, let the right hip drop, let the foot relax. Let the shoulders relax. Just getting into the hips a little bit this morning. And I know some of you could stay in this for the whole session. And some of you are rearing to go slow. So let's go ahead and change sides and know that you can always do this in the middle of your day. Bending the other knee. Just to a comfortable hip opening, bone releasing, brain dropping shape. And then inhaling a little bit of length and space through the left side waist. And breathing out to soften into that space. Couple of breaths. I'm going to give you a quote from Joseph Campbell that inspired me this morning. We'll take a couple more breaths. In one of his books on mythology, Joseph Campbell defined the hero as the man for self-achieved submission. I'm going to say it again and translate it. The man for self-achieved submission. Right? Ο άνθρωπος με που έχει πετύχει υποταγή από μόνος του. Food for thought. And then the villain is self-achieved independence. Ο κακός της υπόθεσης. Straighten both legs, take a moment, soften the belly. Είναι αυτό το που έχει επιτύχει από μόνος του ανεξαρτησία. A little bit of side-to-side movement here through the feet. Relax the head. And then we're going to slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Separate the feet about mat width apart, or a little wider than hips distance if you don't have a mat. Press the seat back towards the heels. Get long, get strong through the arms. And then propel the hips back. Bend the knees a lot. So this is a nice way to do down dog, especially if the lower back's been a little cranky. So you have the opportunity to find that optimal tilting of the pelvis. Sits bones move back and up. Crown of the head extends and lengthens forward. And then you can press one heel down, take a breath, and then switch. Good. And then we're going to walk the hands back, bend the knees a lot, and come into a squat. So like a malasana variation. Allow the heels to drop, and I love to get a little rounded here. So let the head drop, let the shoulders lift. Feel free to widen your feet a little bit to get the heels down if that's available to you. Otherwise, it's fine to keep the heels up, but do let the head drop for a moment. Turn the feet parallel. Lift your hips, drop your head. Uttanasana. And once again, the lower back is cranky. Please stay high. We'll do that again. Turn the toes out, malasana, drop your seat, and this time lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, heart and head drop, feet parallel, uttanasana. Again, inhale, low squat, long spine. Exhale, forward bend, relax head. One more time, this time the option to reach the arms up overhead, inhale. And then exhale once again to drop in and relax. Couple of breaths. Option here to interlace the fingers behind the back. Once again, but lift the shoulders towards the ceiling as you let the head drop. Couple of breaths in the pose. Maybe a little bit of movement side to side with the chin. If that feels good. Maybe flutter the lips, allow the lower jaw to relax. And then, nice and easy, release the hands and walk to your downward facing dog once again. And this time the heels can be sitting bone distance apart. And let your doggy be a little bit hyperactive, but not reactive. And bend and straighten one knee or one elbow, the head go. Good. I'm going to step the right foot forward. We can give it a helping hand as need be. And then you can cushion your back knee, doubling up on the mat or grabbing a cushion. Then we'll come up to our 90-90 position. Drop the tailbone, soften the rib cage. Reach the arms up as you inhale. And exhale, we'll take it into a side bend to the left. So I'm going to give you the front view for that one. Couple of breaths in the pose. High pitches. Very good. And then turn your palm forward and bend the elbow and look at the thumb. As you inhale, straighten the arm and look down. Exhale, look to your thumb. And let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Reach the arm out, Relax the ear towards the shoulder, but press through the right elbow. Relax the eyes. And then take your hands down, coming onto all fours. Inhale. Exhale, half plank, and lower all the way down. Shalabhasana locust, inhale, Agriva. Exhale, plank or half plank to puppy pose or downward facing dog. Take a moment, feel the hips, notice the legs, a little bit of movement, or if you're ready for more static experience, by all means, honor that. It's your practice, your body, your time. As you're ready, exhale left foot forward, or whichever you didn't do previously. Take the right knee down. Establish yourself here and slowly come up. No rush, right? So we're not doing choreography, luckily, although nothing against that. But for now, I'm just exploring, bringing some space into the body. As you're ready, extend the other arm, right arm for most of you. Coming into a gentle side bend here. Right hip is over the right knee or a tiny bit in front. I'm not crashing the hips forward. Take a breath in, turn the palm forward. And then follow the thumb as you bend the elbow. And we'll do that again. Inhale, look down. Exhale, bend the elbow. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Good, and then reach the arm out. Relax the head for a moment. Relax the mouth. Ooh. And then reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to floor, half plank or plank. Take a breath in here. Exhale, knees down or up, bend the elbows and lower. Good, inhale, locust. Exhale, plank or downward facing dog. So we're gonna build a little bit of heat. Again, supporting the immune system, building strength, enjoying our practice. Bring the feet together, lift the heels up, take the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward, take the left heel down. I'm gonna turn so that I face you for warrior two, warrior S2. Tailbone drops, interlace the fingers, reach the arms up. Take a breath in, get a little more space through the upper rib cage. And then exhale, expand out, turn your palms towards, well, me, I suppose. Good. And then we'll inhale, take it back. Reverse warrior, I'm gonna move back a bit so I'm in frame. Exhale, take it forward and down. So a little bit like seaweed. Make sure the lower back is happy with this. Breathe in, reach back. I like looking down here sometimes. Exhale, reaching forward. Look up. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Ooh. Good. Look down, hands down, inhale. Exhale, plank or half plank. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, come down slowly. Low cobra, up dog or locust, inhale. Exhale, hands down, press back, downward facing doggy. Couple of breaths, let the head go, soften the eyes, maybe a little bit of movement, maybe an exhale through the mouth. Good. And then step the feet together. And reach the left leg back and up. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward. And again, you can give it a little helping hand. Take the right heel down. And inhale to warrior two variation. Turn your palms forward. Drop the tailbone down. And we didn't do this thing, but connect to the vertical axis here. Move the shoulder blades together, hug the front ribs in a bit. And then left arm to front leg, right arm over, inhale. And then exhale, opposite side. Good. Again, inhale, maybe look down towards the back heel. Exhale, maybe look up towards the ceiling. One more like that, breathing in some space and breathing out to deepen into that space. And yeah, my knee is not 90, my thigh is not parallel to the floor. It's not necessary for this experience, just FYI. All right, look down, hands down, inhale, exhale, plank, and lower down. Inhale, any back bend you like. Exhale, plank or fours to puppy or downward facing dog. One breath here. Exhale, feet together, right leg up, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Warrior two, inhale. And this time, we're going to press through the feet, really press through the front foot to straighten the leg. Let's do that again. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, press the inner heel down and pull up through the thigh to straighten. One more time, inhale. Exhale, press the big toe mound down and straighten. Coming into a little bit of a triangle pose. And we're going to take a few rotations with the upper hand and arm. I'm using the bottom hand. Notice I'm not putting weight on the bottom leg, but I'm pressing the back of the hand to the calf to help me spin the chest open more. Well, why not? And then really explore your range of movement through that top arm. Just a couple more. If the balance is unsteady, you can look down. Also, if the neck is a little iffy today. Beautiful. One more. Good. Look down, exhale, press through the feet as if you could break your mat in two. Come on up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh, left arm up, inhale. Exhale, weave the hand behind you, either taking the back of the hand onto the sacrum or weaving it towards the hip. Press through the right elbow, take a breath in, spin the chest open, navel to ceiling. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And once again, you can play with the angle for a couple of breaths, but notice I'm not hanging out. I'm actively pressing through the bottom arm and then releasing the head. Relax the mouth, find your breath. Lengthen tailbone towards back heel, maybe exhale with a sigh. Good. And let's do one more. Good. Press through the feet, inhale, come up, straighten the leg for a moment, give it a rest. And then exhale, bend the knee, take the hands down, moving to a side plank variation of your choice. Spin the back foot, back heel down, turn the toes of both feet to the right, plant the left hand, and then inhale, reach. Or you can step both feet back, stacking the feet one in front, one in back, or one on top. One more breath here, full stretch. Exhale, plank, your choice, child's pose, or a little bit of movement. Lowering down on the exhale, lifting up on the inhale, and then exhaling, propels the hips back or up. Couple of breaths. Maybe an exhale through the mouth. Whew. And then inhale, feet together, exhale. Left leg rises on the in-breath. Exhale, step the foot forward, setting up for your warrior two variation here. Come on up, inhale. Exhale, lift the toes as if you could press your heel forward to straighten the leg. Let's do that again. So inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, lift toes, press the inner heel forward, pull up through the quadriceps. One more time, inhale. Exhale, press to straighten. And then moving from the torso, just a little triangle. And then again, instead of habitual, as we habitually do, taking palm down, take the back of the hand down. And then a little bit of swimming. You can do what you like with the head. If it's unstable, look down. And keep pressing the left hand, left arm in to open out through the upper back. Whew, feels kind of good, yeah. Or it might feel terrible for you. In which case, this too shall pass. Promise. One more. Beautiful. Come on up, inhale, press through the feet, bend knee. And this time we're going to exhale, bring the feet parallel. I'm going to step back so I'm not scalped. Arms reach up, inhale. And then you can take a pretty wide stance here. Exhaling, interlace the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders up and back, bend the elbows for a moment. Activate through the rib cage. And then extend the arms. Take a breath in, maybe look up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Coming less than halfway if lower back is cranky. Or releasing forward and down if the body agrees with that today. Couple of breaths in the pose. Let the head and neck release. Let the eyes soften. Slow it down. And as the head is below the heart, maybe allow the heart to soften towards the head. One more breath, full exhale, press through the feet. And then inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release. Good, and then heels in, toes out for our goddess variation. So this is sort of like a grand plie. It's called horse stance in martial arts. A little bit of movement side to side. And once again, I'm actively cultivating the forward tilt of the pelvis and that lengthening of the spine. And my shoulders are coming up towards my ears because I have long arms. And it's fine. Once again, putting the spine in traction, say it's lengthening. And then plant the left hand and drop the left shoulder. I like to look up over the other shoulder. Inhale, center, and then exhale. And we'll do that again. Exhale. And then coming through center, drop your seat. Bend the elbows into cactus shape. Right? So I'm a little bit toned through my torso. I'm encouraging the knees to move towards the pinky toe side. And then I'm squeezing the shoulder blades in. So remember, we've done this at the wall, some of you. So we're going to take the hands into a diamond shape and lower them down. So we're going to inhale, relax your toes, and exhale. The good news is we're not doing 10 like we should be doing at the wall. Just going to do a couple more. Beautiful. Again. Maybe a little lower. Last one. And then reach up, inhale. Exhale, feet parallel, hands to the heart. Bring the feet closer together. Pause, take a breath. And notice the body, notice the feet on the floor. Spread the soles of the feet on the floor. And then releasing the hands. Moving towards like an Utkatasana shape. So once again, sits bones move back, ribs hug in. Good, arms reach up, inhale. And we're gonna exhale, reach the arms out to the side and give ourselves a hug. My right arm, or your right arm can be over. So I'm mirroring you guys. It's hard. So taking a moment here, really rounding the upper back, and maybe even trying to get the fingertips to connect to some of those trigger points, those points of tension that many of us have through the upper back, the trapezius, the rhomboids. Weight is back behind the heels. We're going to take it into eagle arms. Move the elbows, so we're squeezing the lymph nodes here now. We're squeezing the elbows together, squeezing the forearms together. And maybe the hands. Reach the elbows forward and up. Draw the shoulders down the back. Shift the weight into the right foot. Hover for a moment, get low. And then once, or 1.5, or flicking the foot behind the calf, if that's available. Reach the arms forward and out. Take a breath in. Exhale, sit low. Maybe get really low, really rounding here. Bringing the chest towards the thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, maybe a little lower through the hips. And then inhale, fly up. Exhale, let it go. Whew. Shake it out for a minute. Shake out the legs. Shake out the shoulders. Beautiful. Once again, ski time. So fingertips down, seat back, arms reach. Take a breath in. And then exhale, reach the arms out to the side. Move the shoulders back. Take a breath in as if you're going to give someone a big hug. And then exhale, left arms on top, or whichever you didn't do before. Drop the seat, hover the right foot, stabilize your gaze, right? So you can look to the floor, that's helpful. And allow for whatever wavering is happening to happen without intervention. Move the seat back, drop the seat down, elbows forward and up. And then, you can just take the toe tips to the floor. Remember, any amount of the pose is still the pose. Jason Crandall. Or you can hover, or if you like, you can tuck the foot behind. So sit down, sit back, maybe touch elbows, or not. Couple of breaths. Round the back, move the elbows forward. One more. And then lower, 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 and inhale, fly up. Woo. Shake it out. Take a few steps, have a little water if you like, and we'll proceed with some prone back bends, but first a little hip flexor extension. So take the left leg, free it out, make sure that you can do like, what is this, skateboard, right? Or, I don't know, ice skating. Right? And then you're going to take the hip into extension after you bend the knee and hip into flexion, ABCD. Now we're going to take a hold of something available to us and coming into a runner stretch. If you have a wall near you, don't be afraid to use it. I'm going to activate my toes here. Notice what it's like for the hand to win. Notice what it's like for the leg to win, and find a happy balanced medium. I'm going to stay with the same leg, and so just remember which one you're doing. Knees are together, tailbone drops, and then maybe, I don't know, a little half Anjali Mudra for the hand, or reach the arm up, or you can take both hands to the foot. Move the knee back, drop the tailbone down and forward. One more breath. I'm going to change views for you. On your next exhale, keep the knee where it is, activate the foot, and leave it there. Wow. For 5. Heel up towards the bum. 4. Grounding might be there. 3. High, high, high. 2. And good. Second side. So soften the knees. Press through the left foot or whichever you didn't do before. Take the knee up. Take a hold. Use your exhale. So we're coming into a flexion of everything for a moment so that we can come into extension. Knees hug in, tailbone towards pubic bone. Activate the toes of the back foot. And then once again, encourage the tailbone to move forward a little bit. Again, let the hand win, let the arm win for a moment. And then let the foot win. And find something where it's a good relationship, good balanced relationship. So neither one nor the other tries to be heard above the other. Right? Couple of breaths. Perhaps lengthen the knee back a tiny bit. Relax the mouth. And then what to do with the other hand, I don't really care. Right, so whatever you like. Hug the heel in, keep it exactly where it is, and let it go. Avoiding the slingshot, right, the svedona. So, for 3, 2, and that's plenty. Yeah. Good. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Step back so you can see from the heart to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, let it shower down upon you. And one more time, inhale, reaching up. Exhale to the heart. From the heart to the sky. Breathe in, maybe look up. And then exhale. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Lift your heels up. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms stay parallel to the floor. Again, tilt your pelvis back. Oops. And start to come down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, goes faster towards the end, don't worry. And then come on down, use your hands as needed. And come to lie on your belly. Relax your head, relax the shoulders. Find a little bit of side-to-side movement through the hips or the heels. And let's go ahead and come into Sphinx pose. All right, so press your elbows forward, even as you press the tailbone down. Podagones brusta, colchi cascato. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. And keeping everything strong, navel a little bit engaged. Drop the head. Relax the mouth. All right, so we can allow for both to coexist. Right, both the activation and the engagement, and the relaxation and the surrender. That was a good one. I'm going to say it again. So both can coexist. The activation and the surrender. And staying strong and letting go. And this is at the heart of so much of our yoga practice. Relax the mouth, maybe turn a little bit towards one shoulder, keep dropping the head. Keep the body strong, let the head drop. Let the mouth soften. Slowly to one side and then the other. Ooh. Hang out there for a couple of breaths. Exhale through the mouth. Ooh. Beautiful. And we're going to take the left forearm to the corner of the mat. So what I want here is a slight external rotation through the shoulder. A lot of times in yoga and Pilates as well, we say bring the forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat. That brings my shoulder into internal rotation, which is not optimal if we're going to be loading, which we're not for this one, but I'm just saying. So it's a good habit. On the diagonal, bend the right knee. Use the exhale. You can drop down a bit. And then something back there, maybe just your leggings or trousers. And then once again, press through the left elbow to come into a back bend through your thoracic spine, your upper back. And then gently see what it's like, activating the toes of the right foot. Let the hand, let the arm win for a moment. Feels quite nice, so let that be an extended moment. Versus to let the leg win. Sort of like a half bow, asana. And then find something right in the middle where the arm is engaged and the leg is engaged. And then you can roll the right shoulder back a bit for a little bit of shoulder opening as well. Couple of breaths. If you're feeling super ambitious, plant the left hand. Try to lift up a little more, but you don't have to. One more breath. See what feels good for you. Give it another breath. Slowly let it go. Coming back into Sphinx pose. My favorite way, well, maybe it's not favorite, but one of the best ways to sort of reconstitute lower back after back bending is for a little bit of core activation. So we're going to do that now. I just realized I winked at you. I'm really cheesy. I know. Thank you. So as if someone were pulling your sitting bones back and up, plant the knees, press the elbows, and lift everything up a little bit. And you can let the head go here, looking towards the navel. Couple of breaths. And then slowly come down. And we'll take the second side. So turn the right forearm on the diagonal, plant the elbow, bend the left knee. You can lower down a little bit, if that's helpful. Pardon me. And then press the elbow and palm down to lift the heart up. My right leg is active. Toes of left foot are active. And then once again, hello heel, meet my bum. someday. No, I used to, don't have to. Yeah, there's no requirement for being a healthy, balanced, harmonious individual to touch your heel to your bum, I promise. And then press the shin back, keep the toes active. And then see if you can bring your glutes on board, gluteos, right? So activate the back body a little bit. And then find a happy medium. Think about lifting the knee a bit, pulling the heel forward, pressing it back. Shine the toes out. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then we'll release. Oh. And then your choice, if you want to just hang out, make the hands move a little bit, relax down, that's great. If you want to do a little bit of a plank situation, we're going to set up the forearms parallel to one another for this one. Take a breath in. On the exhale, half plank. Okay? Or full plank if you're on the mat. And if you like it. Okay, so moving the heels away from the crown of the head and vice versa. Just a moment. Let me come down and everything is okay. We're going to bend both knees. And just coax the body for a moment. So a little bit of movement side to side. Very nonchalantly. Anemele is a word I've been using a lot recently in practice. I think maybe because I'm missing that sense of nonchalantness in my daily life. So especially as part of the practice, it's good to cultivate that just a bit, nice and easy. And this should feel good, right? I'm hoping it feels really good for you. And then you can stick with this, or take one leg for a half bow, or you can take two tops of feet or ankles for a bow. But we're gonna do it first from the legs, active toes, right? So the shins will press back, but the head hangs for a moment. We're gonna come into our maximum back bend for today, and then curl the skull back. So I'm moving my soft palate on Ranishko, not my chin back, not my chin forward. Yeah, so you don't wanna look like this. This is the beheading pose. But you wanna roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades in, move the skull back, one more breath. And then perhaps consider letting go without letting the heels fly out, right? So exhale for 3, 2, and that's plenty. Let everything drop. You can let the big toes come together and the heels flop out. Drop the shoulders, relax the head. Slow the breath down. And allow the heart to gallop away. So even while the heart is in hyper arousal a little bit for some of us, allow the breath to reflect a steady pace. Allow your exhalation to become maybe a little longer, more extended. If you like, you can exhale through the mouth. Lengthening the pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. And then we'll make our way up very slowly, so lazily. Like Sunday morning, tuck the toes, press the floor away, use the exhale. Coming onto all fours for a moment, activate through the core, press the arms and the hands down. Find that forward tilt of the pelvis, anterior tilt, inner thighs back, stretch the spine long. So it's not quite child's pose yet. We are simply lengthening once again from tail to crown. Arms engaged, face soft. Let the belly relax. Maybe a little movement with the head. We're going to take one more back bend here before we wind down. A little bit of back bend work for energy. We've done some things to prepare. Feel free to repeat the bow pose. If that was already a challenge, you can always go back to that, right? So once again, I want to reconnect to my core. A little bit of tone to the lower ribs. Dropping the tailbone. I'm going to keep my toes tucked for this one. I'm going to take the thumbs onto the sacrum. Take the shoulders up and back shoulder blades draw in, elbows draw in without jutting forward through the front body. So almost like a fan, Vedaya, closing shoulders back. And once again, we're going to come into our maximum back bend without doing anything with the head. So shoulders back, squeeze your glutes. This is support for your lower back. And lift the heart, right? Find your knees and maybe hug the knees in towards one another. This is your inner thighs. This is your pelvic floor. This is support for your lower back. And this might be plenty for many of us, right? If you feel inspired, whoo, find your heels, great. And then wherever you are at your maximum back, and then let the throat open without scrunching through the back of the neck. As if someone were very gently and affectionately pulling your ears back a little bit. One more breath here. And then we'll exhale actively, pull up, head comes up last. And then calmly untuck the toes, sits bones move back, and sit down. Rest your palms on your thighs. Soften the eyes, maybe even close them for a moment. Or you can do like a half gaze, gazing down. And then pour your inhalation into the lower back as you inhale. And as you exhale, relax shoulders and facial muscles. And one more time, deep breath in, making space. And then exhaling to soften into that space. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And we'll reach the arms up, drop the tailbone down. Claim that space, take a breath in. And then exhale, easy twist to one side. So left hand to right knee or vice versa. And the right arm is like a tripod. So I'm not using the hands to twist more, to push the body beyond its natural range of movement, but to impart some length through the spine. So feel the difference. You can play with that for a moment. So what's it like to manipulate the body with the hands, which is not optimal, at least not on a regular basis, versus to invite some length through the spine. So using the arms and the hands to get long and then twist. Keep the left arm strong. Take the left ear to the left shoulder. Oh. Relax the mouth. Feel free to shop around, find the angle that feels good for you. Let the tongue settle and the breath be smooth. And then slowly come to one side, pause, take a breath in. Exhale, stick out the tongue, whisper ha. And then inhale, arms reach up. Get long through 360, all around the torso. And then exhale, twist to the other side. Left fingertips behind you. Or, sorry, if they don't touch the floor, you can take the hand onto your sacrum and get full credit. And then if you would like, you can play again. What's the old model where we use an external force to manipulate the body into its full range of motion? Once upon a time, I used to have yoga teachers push and prod and pull me into a shape that my body couldn't obtain and sustain on its own. Now I'm like, why would I ever want to do that? Right? So this twist, and I get really tall. Take another breath. Nice and easy, right ear to right shoulder. So the ear towards the front shoulder as you drop the back shoulder. Take a few breaths, play with the angle once again. Let's see what's needed for your neck. Couple of breaths there. And I'm going to hand things over to Yashu in a moment. He's back with a vengeance.
Okay, everyone. So please go ahead now and
Make your way to lie on the back. Go on, lie down. Yep. You lie down. Separate the feet. I'll stop doing Yasmin's voice. Well, that's very tempting. We'll separate the feet hips distance apart. Let the sacrum settle, let the hips settle. A little bit of easeful movement side to side. Do what you like with your arms here. You can relax the arms by your sides. If you have space, you can reach them so that they're in line with the shoulders. Or you can take the arms up overhead. Just don't allow the knees to fall side to side a couple of times. Massaging the lower back. Allowing the knees to drop to one side. Make sure lower back is happy with this. If not, do something different. So if my knees are to the left, I'm going to stretch my right arm up overhead even more emphatically. Taking a breath in. Option here to hook left ankle over the right knee. But you don't have to. And let the neck be neutral. So allow the face to float up towards the ceiling and rest. Couple of breaths. And very lazily, as if you had all the time in the world, plant feet, pause, take a breath. Notice the sacrum, the hips, the belly soften. And then go ahead and drop the knees to the other side. And find your variation for today. Maybe reaching left arm up. Maybe hooking the right ankle over the left knee. And maybe staying right where you are. I'm quite happy here. And then let the front ribs soften. Let the eyes soften or close. Deepen your breath. Maybe a slow exhale through the mouth. Whew. Once again, as if you had all the time in the world, bring the knees back to center. One at a time, take the knees in towards your chest. But really drop the tailbone here. So even here, there can be a little bit of space through the lower back. Right? As if someone were gently pulling your heels forward rather than pushing the knees back. So the arms are pulling towards the chest and the knees are pulling a little bit away from the pelvis. And this is like a lower back reset. Allow the sacrum to soften, let the pelvic floor relax. So maybe even bring your awareness to the diaphragm in the pelvic floor. And we have a diaphragm down there, a little known fact. And inhale, allow the pelvic floor to soften and expand. And exhale, let it activate and relax. So it's that relaxed activation I was discussing. I'm going to give you all a minute to wrap up your practice before we do just a brief relaxation, or feel free to take a brief seated meditation instead of relaxation. You really want to keep a little bit of energy rather than that relaxation. So take a moment, notice what the body needs. Maybe a few rotations. Maybe some of the things we started with, like a little happy baby. Nice and easy. A little bit of shoulder stand, if that's part of your practice. Legs up the wall, or if you have a couch or a bed near you, you can just take the heels up on the wall, bending the knees. A little bit of bridge. So you have a decent felt sense of the body. So let's take a moment and see what it needs. And what it needs might be that extra minute to rest. So feel free to make yourselves comfortable and take rest. Feet wider than the hips. Palms facing up, if that feels good for you. Shoulder blades drop in. And the skull can relax. And wherever you are, let the eyes soften and drop towards the back of the skull. So really let the eyeballs release and drop. Like two pearls dropping into the sea. Let the eyes recede towards the back of the skull. And allowing the tongue to fall silent. Just listening.